just overdoing it? I don't know, but it brings a lot of questions for me. A lot of questions. So the first off here that I'm showing you is going to be where they're scanning people coming in the courthouse, okay? Well, while they're coming in the courthouse, this is obviously going to be, looks like family because I know who it is that they're scanning. But there comes a guy that comes up and they don't even scan him. And it's obvious they don't know who he is. And I'm going to stop the video when I go to do it. This is from the News Nation, or this is from KTFD. Let's see here. I'll tell you the exact name and we'll share their link too. Um, this is crazy. KFDA. Let me share their link real quick since I am sharing their stuff. Again, I am not a pro at this. You get me the way you get me. This straight from the heart right here. That's where it comes from. Okay, let's go over this. It's easier for me to do it on my big screen, so I can watch the video and help you guys see it. So here we go. This is from May 15th. Again, this is from May 15th. And it's where they're wanding. And take some Dramamine. Sorry to the news guy, but your camera is all over the place. Like literally all over the place. But he kept it live. And I don't even realize they're live. They're talking. You can hear darn near everything that is said. So, police on the cuff, you might want to go look at this because it's 2 hours long and it's raw footage. I would call it raw footage because there's a lot of discussion done in this filming of it. It's not necessarily News Channel 10, but it kind of is. But they didn't cut anything out. So you're like that needs to be taken off the book. Again, this is from May 15th. They're bringing all the suspects in. I'm going to show you a little bit of how they brought them in. They had one car in the front that had one officer in it. Then the vehicle that had the suspect in it had two officers. It was a male and a female. And then there was another vehicle behind it that had a female officer in it. Not that it matters male or female. I'm just trying to describe what was going on there. And that's how they moved every one of the suspects, okay? Now, mind you, you'll also hear the train. There is no way to get from that jail that I could find, from that jail to this courthouse if there's a train. And the train did go by during 3 of the suspects because the sheriff officer is standing beside me and says they are held up by the train. So I'm not from that area, but I was boots on the ground, and that train is literally right there. And there's no way around it. But right now we're going to go about the scanning. Again, this is not to dog anybody. This is holes that I see in their security that we got 5 people looking at the death penalty. And I just think it's very, very important. Please do not take it wrong. I'm not trying to dog on them, but I find a security issue here. And when they're doing it with the wands, when you go into the courthouse, there's not metal detectors. Like what you see for security is what you see right here. These 3 officers. This is what you see before you don't go through any other scanning thing. Like our jail, you go through these big like airport scanners. And then if you beep, they use the wands. Here, they're a smaller court. They just use the wands. Okay, here we go.
Morning. Are you guys attorneys, reporters? Oh, okay. All right, you guys can go ahead.
Wait a minute. Let's do this one more time. Let's go back just a little further because them people didn't get scanned either. I just don't understand it. What qualifies, obviously, she did not know them. She's asking them questions. And my question is to be like, I'm an advocate, and half the time they ask me if I'm an attorney. So,
What time is it now?
you don't get scanned?
The time is 8:30.
Should I? I'll wait till these people go in.
Coming in today, so it's true.
See you later.
I will. I'm with my people.
No, you should be fine. Just your cell phone has to be. You ready?
Yes. I'm an attorney. Yeah.
She said she's an attorney. They're scanning her. You couldn't even have your jacket or cell phone. You had to take it back to your car. I mean, we definitely want justice for Jillian and Veronica. And these people are looking at the death penalty, possibly. More than likely.
That's funny. Love it.
Very touchy. I don't want to miss. Okay, yeah. We got more people coming up. This is before court, and you had to be in the courtroom 5 minutes before court started or the doors locked. You could still get in the courthouse. You just could not get in that courtroom. Again, I saw 2 officers on the roof, but they were running a drone. I never saw any assault rifles. That don't mean they wasn't there.
Say what? We would have gotten here about 8, but there was a car wreck, so we got here about 8.
And as law enforcement, you would know how these scanners work, okay?
Passed it on the way in.
These
I'm
wand
sure.
scanners.
No? Did you go down Main Street?
No, I got actually down.
Again, you got
I mean,
urban citizens,
for me.
they call themselves.
I guess I looked into that.
Yeah, no, you lucked out then.
Yeah.
So there's no way they got that done. Tablespoon, please.
Yes.
We should have another couple walking up that I just now saw. They don't get scanned either, so I don't know who they were. I'm going to listen to see who they were. This is what I would consider raw footage.
Guys, we can't let you enter the courtroom with your cell phone.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay. I'll be
You have to take your cell
If you
phone
have
back,
any
is what she
watches
just
or
told this
Fitbits or anything
lady.
like that, that needs to be taken off the phone.
Yeah, they sure are casual with 5 accused murderers. Yes, I agree. Crazy.
Good morning. Are you guys attorneys, reporters? Oh, okay. All right, you guys can go ahead.
Okay, are you guys attorneys, reporters? I can't tell what the lady says, but no, you two are okay. Just go on in, is what she says. No problem. You two are okay. Go right on in. Okay, I'm going to stop this right here just because I want to answer this question. I find it important. Okay, I'm not worried. Listen, again, I watch too many shows, okay? I was a state investigator for 25 years. I watched too many shows. What I'm saying is, I realize that you can't get out of the back of a cop car. But if you get ambushed at the train tracks or somebody gets into the courtroom, I've been inside the court. I sat in the court during the hearings, not this last one. I stayed outside on purpose. Okay. You get somebody in there. This is the only part right here where you see these three people that scans for anything. That's my security. That's my issue with security at the courthouse. And when you're transporting prisoners and you're stopped at a train, how big is this cult? We don't even know. What if they get ambushed? They have no handles in the prisoner's compartment and there is bulletproof glass all the way around. So you're telling me that these regular sheriff officers, do you know that for sure? How do you know it's bulletproof glass? How do you know that? I guess that's something I need to check into because I don't see that. Especially the one you'll see. But right now, thank you for saying something. But right now, we're just going over the scanning of going in the courthouse.
Yeah, you guys can come in.
Last time I went there, they did not scan me, and I went upstairs. It was for Paul Grice's. This is Veronica's father. He gets scanned. Other people have to take just their jackets back to their car. Can't even have a jacket. That's true. What if one of these LEs are misfits? We don't know. You know, if you think about Waco, them people were out in the community working. They weren't just on the compound. So I have to agree.
Thank you.
Yes, it was a hearing for the 5. May 15th. This is from May 15th. Well, I don't care that you go talk to people. We're going over, if you don't like what I'm showing and you disagree, you do not have to stay and watch. Here is Tiffany Adams pulling up. The regular sheriff car. So you're telling me this sheriff car has bulletproof windows? You know that for a fact? Because I'm going to check it out. Because this tag on this sheriff car is there. And we're going to find out if it is a bulletproof car. I don't think so.
Any words for the victims' families? Any words for your grandchildren?
And I don't have to back it up because everybody comes through in these same 3 cars. It's the same convoy every time. They don't switch them out.
Was the grandmother, right?
I think so. I didn't cut it from either of you, did
No, you're good.
I? Okay.
Maybe if you work for the president. I don't think this sheriff car is bulletproof.
2 women, 3 men.
2 women, 3 men.
Okay, I'm going to stop this for just a minute because I agree. Listen, place on the cup, if you want to come up, you're more than welcome to come up. Like, I don't have a problem with that. But I agree with you. The security extremely lax. The car should be pulling into a fenced-in area where only the officers and the prisoners have access to. Thank you for understanding what I'm saying. And I don't believe these cars to be bulletproof. And the people going in to the courtroom. Oh, yeah. Like, seriously. thank you for your comment. Because sometimes I feel like I'm really dogging on law enforcement, and I don't want to be that person. I really am not that person. But something's not right here in any of this. You got 5 people looking at the death penalty.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I have to arrange, so.
And these cars have bulletproof because this lady says it. I don't think so. I don't think they have bulletproof windows. That would be the stepfather there.
They're both good.
And her mama. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did he get scanned? Listen, I love the family to death too. I'm just curious. Did they get scanned? Wow. Listen, when I think about stuff, I have to do it right then. But I don't believe, and this is no offense to them at all, but did they not get scanned? Was they able to go
I
in?
think the only thing I have to arrange, so.
That's stepdad. Now, do they get scanned? That's all I want to know.
They're both good.
You're both good, he says. You're both good. Now, I'm telling you, there's not another scanner that you go through. So they're both good. I just see high security issues. I mean, the worst thing to happen is not get justice. If you're looking at the death penalty and you're part of a cult, even if you're not, people are going to look at ways to escape. And when you see Tad come, he literally scans the parking lot looking for people. Hey, listen to this guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you sure you
Let me back this up just a little bit because I need to shut the hell up.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, this guy walks up. She just basically asked him, "Are you an attorney?" He says, "Yes." He don't seem very happy. He says he's Paul Grice's attorney. He's got that big old bag on his shoulder. And he don't get scanned either.